Welcome to Backstage, everybody. My name is Kevin Weiglad, your host. In the house, please give another big round of applause for our guest, Van Temple from the producers. And joining us on guitar and vocals, also welcome Mr. Bob Beckwith.
I dream dreams, you're dreaming of me. I'm thinking thoughts of you thinking of me. Though it's not a name, I'll do it anyway. I watch you while you're watching me. I wanna what you're thinking of me. Though it's not a name, I'll do it anyway. Typical girls, typically fit in a typical world. You know they couldn't hold a candle to you, so I have to say yeah. Here's to you. 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 Someday, I hope it's soon, I'll find a strength to confess it to you. Though it's on a day, I'll do it anyway. Till that day, I'm dreaming dreams. I'm thinking thoughts of you thinking of me. Though it's on a day, I'll do it anyway. Typical girls, typically fit in a typical world. You know they couldn't hold a candle to you, so I have to say yeah. Here's to you. 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Van, thanks for being on Backstage. Thanks for coming and taking time.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you on. And we've got so much to talk about, and we're going to play some more songs too tonight. But I wanted to ask you first, you're originally not from Atlanta, right?
That is correct, Kevin. I'm from a suburb of Knoxville called Fountain City.
Fountain City.
Fountain City.
Fountain City.
And there's actually a fountain there. That's where most of my relatives still live.
So you get back to see them once in a while?
I do, and I need to go back and see them pretty soon, as a matter of fact. I've been talking to my wife about if she gives me permission to go, then I will go back and see them.
Okay, good. So I want to talk a little bit about how you got into this. You told me a story a little bit earlier about your dad was a big help to get you into the music business or getting you into playing a lot, right?
He got into radio, and so we moved around, moved to Pensacola for a while. And anyway, he knew a lot of the classic country music people, and I said you wouldn't know the people like Ferlin Husky and all these people, Webb Pierce and people like that, Archie Campbell, and anyway, when the besides being in radio, he put out some comedy records, and he promoted the Grand Ole Opry shows when they came to Pensacola, the municipal auditorium. So some early memories of mine are being able to be backstage, and like 5 years old or 6 years old, and when they were doing the encore, sometimes they would bring me out, and that's when I caught the fever. Caught the fever for the entertaining. And in Pensacola,
you
he
singing at that age as well? You're playing and singing at 5?
I'd like to say yes. Now, I started playing guitar when I was 11, and but he also had a 30-minute live country music show in Pensacola, and he would let me come down and watch him film that. So
it's just a matter of time.
It was just a matter. That'd be a good song title.
What made you think that once you started playing guitar around 11 and everything that music was your calling?
I didn't think that. I just
Really?
enjoyed
Okay.
it. Yes. All through my music career, it was just a progression that just happened. I got better on guitar and got in better bands, and I had a fantasy in the back of my mind that, well, it'd be great to be a recording artist. I don't know if I really believed that would happen, but it just happened. I wasn't like bound and determined to be a signed recording artist. It just kind of fell into place.
So at what point did the band, I'm sure I'm pronouncing it right, Terminus? Is that right?
Oh, Terminus. Yeah, that was.
Where did that come out?
Gosh, that came out in the 70s, I guess. That was a show band that I was in. We had uniforms and stuff. We played like I think the Regency Hyatt. We didn't, and some of the Steak and Ales and stuff like that. What's funny about that? You people laugh at anything. I don't see anything funny about that. We made some good money doing that. That didn't really last that long. I'd forgotten about that. Terminus was what one of the earlier names they used to call Atlanta because of the railroad terminal.
So, but from that band, that's, I think you went from that band to meeting some of the other guys and creating the band Cartoon?
Yes. Well, I was in another band called Ashby before that.
Okay.
And we played like fraternity jobs, and the Cartoon, I went to see some friends of mine, Keith Christopher and Wayne McNatt, playing at this club. I was out of work, and I went to sit in with them, and they hired me to join that band, and that was the beginning of the producers. And later, Brian, after about 10 drummers, Brian ended up joining us as a drummer, and then Kyle ended up joining us as bass player. He sat in with us New Year's Eve 1980, and then we got together, and we actually got signed about 3 months after that, if you could imagine that, and then started recording 6 months after that. We were playing in Jacksonville or somewhere, and our manager called us and said, and we were having a terrible time there, and our manager called and said, Tom Werman, who knew Kyle through a band called Whiteface, and he was A&R with
Atlanta band too, right? Whiteface?
Yes. And they called us, and we just hopped in our trucks and drove straight to New York and did an audition. Someone from Warner Brothers was there, the head of Warner Brothers' son, Mo Austin, I want to say, was there, and Tom Werman leaned over to our manager after the third song and said, I'm going to sign him, and he did. So,
yeah, I wanted to ask you about that moment of going to New York, and it was with CBS, right? And then you did that audition right on the spot?
yes.
How was that? What was?
We just
Because that was like your defining moment,
it was,
wasn't it?
yeah.
I mean, for the
What?
band anyway. That's
Yeah.
what,
Hang on just a second. I'm sorry to do this in front of the mic, but I had some asparagus last week.
I was going to mention that. You know, you got some asparagus hanging, but you know.
It was like part of the stalk.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I hope that's not improper. Anyway, that's a lot better.
But you guys did a lot of. You did a lot of frat gigs. You guys did that whole frat circuit for a long time, and then I think, if my memory serves correctly, I remember seeing you guys in Atlanta at the Agora Ballroom, and then I think, correct me if I'm wrong, when you played Agora, all that frat work just like you didn't return to it because you went to the next level from there, right? That's when you went on to do that audition with CBS.
We had not played the. I don't want to dispute you, Kevin, but the Agora was after we had already been
did all
signed
that?
and our record
Okay.
was out, and we used to sell that place out. That was a good time. But after we got signed, then we went to these small clubs. You know, is it hot in here? Went to these small clubs for the new acts, and they didn't pay any money, so that's where the tour support comes in, and that was some of the best times because people had our albums and everyone was there. They knew all the words, and I guess those are called showcase clubs, and small clubs, and that was a great time. And we traveled our butts off around the country. I have itineraries, and I can't believe.
Yeah, something like 300 and I got it written down. 340 shows in 14 months.
Something like that. Yeah, we'd be gone 330 days out of the year, and Wayne, our keyboard player, had figured out this was several years ago, that we had probably traveled over 1 million miles, and
Wow.
we elected to buy our own equipment and van as opposed to renting a tour bus, so that we wouldn't just be taking that money and then it'd be gone. We'd still have something left, and we have gone through several drive shafts. I could talk for hours about the
road
road
trips.
horrors.
Yeah.
But
I bet. Let's play another song, and then we'll talk some more. What do you want to do next?
what do you think, Bob?
Whatever you think. What she does to me.
Oh, okay, I remember that one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's looking over my shoulder. Though I'm with you tonight, what she does to me. Nobody knows what she does to me. Too bad that she does the same to you. I can't forget what she does to me. Nobody does what she does to me. Too bad that she does the same to you. Oh, yeah. I want you, Diana. He wants you, Diana. We want you, Diana. Who gets you, Diana? I can't explain what she does to me. Nobody knows what she does to me. Too bad that she does the same to you. That's true. I can't forget what she does to me. Nobody knows what she does to me. Too bad that she does the same to you. Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh, yeah.
You know, I covered that song back in the day, and I did not do the solo part while singing. That's pretty tricky. That's really awesome.
It really is. My talent is kind of understated, but if you figure out, I'm being serious. Okay? That is, yeah.
Also,
A lot of people don't notice that, but that is rather special to be able to do that. That's like walking and chewing gum.
It
and
really
smoking
is.
a cigarette at the same
Splitting
time.
brains.
But you know, if that's what I like about writing music as opposed to covering other people's songs, because if you write it, you know it. You don't have to learn
Yeah.
something. What was going through someone else's brain is
Yeah.
your brain.
how did he do that? Yeah.
You know, so.
Also, with that song was originally not Diana, was it? Was it different?
Well, it was What She Does to Me, parentheses, the Diana
It
song.
was a different name, wasn't it?
I don't know, was it?
Dana?
Oh.
Originally come from Dana?
Okay. Well, Dana is our drummer Brian's wife. Dana or Dana.
Dana, okay.
And so he put that in there. He changed it to Diana to have a reference to his wife.
That's cool.
Just a little unknown fact there.
So I want to talk about the MTV experience. That was, you know, I went online the other day to watch that again because I watched it when you guys were first on back in the early 80s. And were you on the New Year's Eve thing twice?
No, we were on it one time, the second New Year's Eve MTV ball, whatever it was. I think it was us and Duran Duran, Jack Mack and the Heart Attacks, and I can't remember if U2. We've done several things. I can't remember if U2 was on that one or not.
I think it was. I think they were.
Because this is a story into itself. But we drove to New York. Our road people set up our stuff. We did a sound check at the MTV where we were holding that. They broke down, and then we went to I think it was the Savoy, where we were opening up for U2.
Oh, yeah.
Set up, did a sound check, took a shower, went back, played the show, broke down, went back to the MTV studios, set up, and did that show.
Wow.
And that was a very, very long day.
I bet.
But that was our 15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes.
We
So
were
you
on
only
for
did a few-
15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So was
two
it just one
seven,
set?
like 7 minutes, and then a break, and then another 7 minutes.
You know, another thing that was really cool back in that time too, as I recall, there was a big beer company that decided to sponsor just 10 bands, just 10 national bands, and you guys were one of them. That's a big honor because they were huge. I don't know if I can mention the beer name, but it was a big beer company that was that chose you guys.
It was. Yeah, and they gave us some tour support, and we cut a couple of commercials. Is this boring you, Bob?
No, not once the beer thing came up. No,
Oh, okay. Well, we cut a couple of commercials for that beer company using producer songs. And
Yeah.
got some money out of that.
That's a
and-
big honor, man. That's great. That's very cool. Let's play another song, and we'll talk some more. I got so much to share, so much to ask you. So how about another song?
Okay. We just happen to have some. Certain Kind of Girl.
that sounds like a good song to me.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Got it. You got it.
Ooh, she's got a certain kind of motion when she's walking down the street. Oh, I'm gonna give her my devotion 'cause she really naughty on my feet. Ooh, she's a certain kind of girl that's for certain that I'm gonna make her mine. Ooh, a certain kind of girl is for certain that she's going to be mine. Yeah. Ooh, she looks so kind of little, though she's only 17. Whoa, you know she's really sentimental, got to make it known. Ooh, a certain kind of girl is for certain that I'm gonna make her mine. Ooh, a certain kind of girl is for certain that she's going to be mine. I'll give you my advice. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm willing to sacrifice just to have her near me. If she'll have me. Sweet. Ooh, just to feed her arms around me in the middle of the night. Oh, how I wanna hear her whisper in my ear, everything's alright. Ooh, a certain kind of girl is for certain that I'm gonna make her mine. Ooh, she's a certain kind of girl is for certain that she's going to be mine. Ooh, a certain kind of girl is for certain that I'm gonna make her mine. Ooh, a certain kind of girl is for certain that she's going to be mine.
How can you bow when you're sitting down?
So you guys, Bob is a great talent. We're so thankful to have
He
Bob
is.
on the show with us. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Bob's my main man.
And you and Bob have a band around town now, right?
Yes, we do.
Reason why?
As far as we know, we do.
Yeah, sort of.
Reason why. We
And
play locally.
I've heard some of those. I watched some of those clips on YouTube. Man, you guys are really good, especially all the harmony stuff that you got going on too.
Well, thank you very much. We're working on it.
What's the reason why what's the website address?
Reasonwhyband.com.
But it's a Y.
The letter Y.
Letter
Yeah,
Y.
not the word Y, the letter Y.
Yeah. How did you guys meet? How did you and Bob meet?
Why don't
I
you
know
talk
Benny.
for a while, Bob?
Well, yeah. We've been
Throw
friends.
the
We've been
second
friends for
rest
days. Anyway, no, actually, his band, the producers. I was in a band called Harbor Angel, and we had the same manager. And so we went to see them, and they ruined our band because we said, "Oh, we need to be like these guys." And then,
But you didn't.
no, we couldn't. I mean, who could? An
Yeah,
impossible
yeah.
task. But anyway, that's how I knew them. We had the same manager, so I've known Van forever, and and as I've gotten to know him better, he likes me better.
Well, you had your own record deal in a while back, didn't you?
Yeah, that lasted for all of 7-8 minutes. I had a deal with MCA. I was singing somewhere, and that singer, Pebbles, the R&B singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came in and heard me say, "Oh, I'm going to sign you." So I said, "Okay, cool." And so I got signed to that label, and she was married to L.A. Reid at the time. And there's all this money flying around and filling me full of all these stories. And until it came time to release the record, all of a sudden the big wigs in California were like, "Eh." So I went to school after that. Yeah.
Smart.
Yep.
Somebody wised up.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
that
really.
story. Yeah.
That's awesome. So
And that's the end of that story.
yeah, but how long has it been with you guys? What, 10 years or so? 15 years? 20 years?
With what?
Have you guys known each other?
Yeah, well, about that. We've known each other good maybe for the past 8 or 9 years. I ran into him at Guitar Center and said, "Hey, you want to do some gigs?" And that's how we started.
Really? That's how
yeah.
you met?
Yeah, well, that's not how we met, but we had known
Oh,
each other. I
okay.
hadn't seen him in years. And I
Yeah.
saw him in there, and I was saying, "Who's that idiot?" And then I said, "Oh, that's Van Temple." And I said, "Yeah." So we started doing some gigs together. The next thing you know, we got a band, and here we are.
And
At
as a
Backstage
matter of
Atlanta.
fact, you played drums with us at some of those jobs.
You did.
Yeah. I was the first
Yeah.
Reason Why drummer.
You were. That's right.
Yes,
he
you
was.
were.
That was great. And then I moved to the other side of the world from you guys, the other side of town. But so I got some notes on here, and I don't want to forget some of these. One thing, back to the producers, that I keep seeing in articles that pop up that you guys like to mention, and I think it's a really great point that you guys like to mention, is the lyrics of the band and the actual term understandable lyrics. Seem to is real important for your audience to know, and it definitely is that, because there's no underlining meaning of the lyrics or anything like that. Who writes a lot of the lyrics when you write the songs? All of you?
Everyone in the band contributes to the songs. Colin and I started getting together and writing together, and then we'd take songs in and then argue over them and bash it about, and then other people would add their ideas into it, and we'd end up with a song. So everyone throws in ideas, and Brian's written a good bit of lyrics. Wayne came up with some music, and he's probably come up with some lyrics too. So it's a shared thing.
Oh.
How about this one? I'm going to put it in Don's camera right here. Now, you said there was a couple of different versions of this cover, right?
There were three versions.
This was the second album, though, right? Record.
Yeah, second record. It was Spinal Tap. We were on the road touring, and that came in an envelope, and they said, our manager said, here's the new album cover, and we opened it up and just laughed at it. Said, there's no way we're going with that. And the record company said, yes, you are. We've already printed 10,000 or 100,000, whatever. They had already started that into print. So then
Now I'm going to stand because I got a cramp.
how come you get to stand? Anyway, then they did another one with a different logo on, because that was like, hey, wagon wheels, producer, hey, what's going on? And then they did another one with a little bit slicker producers. But they still had that two-story woman in there. And You Make the Heat was one of Kyle's, mainly his songs, and It's a Cold World, but You Make the Heat. And so they had gotten this cool picture of this building in Chicago that was frozen, and but I don't know who came up with the idea of putting a two-story woman
Yeah.
silhouette in there, whatever that thing is. So Anyway, they had a different logo and the same two-story woman just stuck on there, and then the third one just had the logo, and they removed the woman altogether. And
then you have the first CD as well, or the CD record, that with the big chairs. You know, we have some director's chairs, but they weren't quite as tall enough, so we decided to use the stools instead.
Yes, a lot. They put a lot of time into that stuff, and Bob Seidemann, the guy that he did like some of the Blind Faith. He did the Blind Faith cover, I think the original one, and anyway, they had this idea that those chairs were actually however tall they were, 12 feet high or something. We had to climb up ladders to get them, and in the videos that we did with those, they have them weighted down with sandbags, and because if we had
That'd be a
fallen
long
over,
fall.
yeah, we could be dead. If one of us had died, we'd be famous. But anyway, and we actually
We'd rather you not be famous right now.
yeah, we jumped out of them onto some mattresses, and that's in.
Did you really?
Yeah, and then they showed it in reverse. Yeah, we jumped onto some
Oh, that's
mattresses.
in that video, yeah. So there's actually a third CD that didn't get released, right?
It was Run for Your Life was one that we put out by ourselves, and
One of the C, Koa.
well, that's
What about
that's
that?
the fourth album.
Oh, that's fourth,
We
okay.
got Kyle left. This is a long story, but to make a long story even longer, people in the band weren't happy with the way we were being treated by CBS, and Lenny Pizzi. We actually got signed up. We were signed to Epic, and then Lenny Pizzi talked us into signing with Portrait at the last minute because they just gave him that, and he said, "Hey, you guys, it's a small company, and you get a lot more attention if you go with this." So we did that, and he told us after the second album, he said, "I don't want you to get discouraged because it took REO Speedwagon's 10 albums before they broke, and certain people in the band were just too impatient and thought we could get re-signed, and said either re-release She put a lot more money behind it, or let us go." And they said, "Well, let us think about it. Goodbye." And so then we started doing demos for 4 or 5 years. Kyle left the group during that time to do his own thing, and finally we got another manager. We got signed to MCA Records, and the man that was managing the music side of that, oh gosh, I've forgotten his name now. Anyway, he got promoted to the whole MCA umbrella over the movies and everything, and so the guy that took his place was one of our friends from Sony, and he shelved it 2 weeks before it was supposed to come out. Familiar story. It happens to a lot of people.
Is that the double CD? Or is that the other one? And you have there's a double CD.
Well, the double CD, which I have a copy of over there.
Yeah, bring it over.
Please,
Somebody bring it over.
someone have to bring it over.
Thank you very much.
This was put out by One Way Records, and that, because Sony never put out anything on CDs. We had the albums and cassettes, and then, we were dropped. But One Way Records, I think they're out of Florida, put this out, and I think they combined both records, and Roddy Mills remastered it and gave it more oomph to kind of the drums and the bass, and that was actually, I think, their top seller, and then they went under. But before that, the MC Records, Coelacanth, they put that out on CD as well. So we had.
This is great. This is 21 songs on one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That has been through a lot. That's the only copy I have left. I've got some other ones without the artwork and everything.
Can people get this?
No, I've only seen it advertised on eBay. It was going for $300 a copy at one time.
Awesome.
Except we didn't get any of that money. So
Okay. All right, I'm starting the auction at $300 right here. Okay, we'll continue.
I
this
can't
after
give
the
that
show.
away. That's,
Let's do another song, and then I've got a couple more questions for you, and then we'll close out. What do we want to do, Bob?
got here?
Sheila.
Okay.
Great song.
Sheila.
Me. Oh, if I can get through this one, save the hardest for last, maybe. I don't know.
Who's that on my radio? Who's that on my new TV? Who's that on my stereo? She not easy feeding me. Hey. She is in my mind, when she looks at me, might as well be blind. She lives in my head, when I talk to her, I lie alone in my bed. Pictures all around me, pictures are everywhere. She's a picture of my dreams. Take a vivid picture stare. She lives in my mind. When she looks at me, somebody very fine. She lives in my head. When I talk to her, I lie alone in bed. That's right.
That's another song I wore out in my solo act, man. You got great talent, great voice, great guitar player, great songs. What do you think was, so far in your career, especially with the producers and stuff, what was some of your most memorable, moments of all that? Because you did some amazing stuff, did a lot of stuff.
Gosh. Memorable moments. I got to tell you this story. It was one of those things like where we had to leave that night. Do you want me to tell you about what was amazing about my career or some of the most memorable moments that I remember?
Whatever you'd like to share.
We were waiting for our road crew to get back to the room, and then we were going to head out to the next town. And we had seen Elephant Man that day at the movies. So I had been drinking a little bit, which I don't do anymore. And, yeah, much better off. It's much better not to do that. But anyway, so I was, I think, in my underwear, and I had taken a pillowcase off one of the pillows, and I had a black magic marker, and I drew a big circle on it, and I had a cowboy hat on and a bullwhip and cowboy boots, and I was waiting for David, our road manager, to come knock on the door, and I was going to surprise him. So I heard the knock, and I opened the door, and it was the manager of the motel. And he said, "Excuse me, we've had some complaints that there's too much noise coming from this room. Could you quiet it down?" And I just nodded my head. I went, "Yes, yes." And so, that was one thing I remember. Just many shows where they had one bathroom in the clubs and a toilet and a urinal, no stall, and you have to do a number two, and people would come in and go, "Hey, man, let me shake your hand. I love you guys. Would you give me an autograph?" I mean, what are you supposed to do? But, we've seen a lot of the country. We took turns driving and going like through the west, getting your shift in the mornings when the sun was coming up over the mesas and all the purples and
Oh, yeah.
all those colors, and being able to go to the Grand Canyon and Niagara Falls. It's been a wonderful trip so far, and I don't think it's over yet because we're still together and still playing. It's been
You guys have
30
shows
years.
coming up, too, right?
Yeah, we do have shows coming up. And when you're seeing this, we played 3 days ago at the Buckhead Theater.
Well, for our studio audience, you can tell them about the ones coming up. But
Yeah, and
by
then
the time you're watching, you're right.
2 days before this airs, we played Augusta, and that's going to be a great show.
And then one in June. You got one in June.
In June in Baton Rouge.
So you guys are still playing out. That's really awesome.
It is, and I talked to Brian the other day, and he said that he recently, out of nowhere, we've been getting a lot of offers to play again. So
Cool.
that's good.
What do you guys
Sorry,
say?
Bob, but
More producer shows? What do you say? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So let's talk about one thing that I've been holding off for a long time here through this interview is a new project.
that cleared up.
Yeah, thank.
Oh, sorry.
A little bit of ointment. Thank you for the lending of that. A new project that you, a solo project that you got stirring around.
I'm working on a solo project. I had probably a 2-year period where I wrote and recorded on my little home studio probably about 100 songs, and I got into a couple of years ago. I got into a 12-step program because I was drinking a little too much, and it was too painful for me to go back in that room and listen to those songs again. It just made me think about what frame of mind I was in. But I've started going back in there and listening to them recently, and I think I got some darn good songs on there, and I think that is my calling. Is Kyle has put out 2 solo albums in the past probably 8 years, and I haven't done anything, so I think it's my turn to do that. So with help from you, your studio, and
Sure.
Me.
Bob, and the Reason Why Band, I'm going to pick some songs. I've got enough probably. We got 84 songs.
Yeah, a million.
a million songs. So I got enough for 2 or 3 projects right there, but just take one step at a time. And so
How about that, you guys? You looking forward to that? Yeah. Long-awaited Van Temple solo project.
Yeah, and I'm throwing this out there because I need people like to push me on if I chicken out of it. But now I think that I think it's been long enough. It's time for me to be heard again.
Yeah,
You know, do some of my own stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know, as far as songwriting and the style of music and everything, I just love what you do. I love your playing, singing, and as well as Bob. I think Bob, I would tell people, hey, you know Bob Beckwith? And they're like, yeah, I think I've heard that name. And I'm like, best male vocalist in Atlanta, hands down. That's this guy over here.
Yeah.
But what's amazing about Bob, I'm putting him on the spot, is that, you know, he's got such great vocal ability that they don't, think about how great of a guitar player he is as well.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is.
And so
Bob's got just an incredible range. We did some duo jobs together, and he would, like, take these police songs and want to capo them up to a higher key, and I'm like, it's just a slap in the face to me.
Hit us something real quick, Bob. Hit us something.
Yeah, I mean, listen to this.
And he is a great guitar player, and
Yeah,
I love the man to death.
So we're hoping for
I
a
love you
Bob
too.
Beckwith solo album one day too, man. You got to think about that.
He's thinking
It's
about
in the
that
works.
too.
Good. Oh,
It's in the
man.
works.
But
Very good.
he's got to help me with mine first. That's
I'm
the
doing it
agreement.
first. Right. We're gonna get yours taken care of first. Let's do one more song, and then we'll take us out of the show. What are we gonna do?
What's he got?
Oh yeah, what's he got? That's right.
All right.
What's he got?
Here's a big hit.
I just put my earplug away, but here I can retrieve it. This helps you sing on key without monitors, and you don't blow your voice out.
Very good.
And that's good. Sorry, I've had this for 3 years. Anyway, Kyle taught me that trick. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, hey!
Country version.
Woo!
What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. I saw you with that man. I'm in a race. I beat that car and lost the car. He tossed her a diamond make you happy for a while. But my love is true, won't go out of style. What's she got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. You're looking for a place in his will. Why should you be just a midnight thrill? You'll be thinking of me every night. When he turns away and turns out the light. What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. What's he got That's what he's got. That's what he's got.
Van Temple, everybody. Keep it going for Van. Bob Beckwith.
Kevin Weiglag. Yes.
Thank you, Van, so much for being on Backstage. And Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you
Really
for having
appreciate
us.
it. Thank you guys so much again for being on Backstage. We're going to do it again next time. Tune right back in to BackstageATL.com. Thanks to our studio audience, our Backstage crew, and our Van Gogh video production crew. Thank you guys so much. We're going to do it again, like I said, next time right here on BackstageATL.com. We'll see you then.
What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's quite a lot. What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. What's he got that I ain't got? He's got you.